Hey, Gene, how you doing today?
I'm doing good, man.
Good, good, good. Hey, to everyone listening today on Burn the Ship, we have a special guest. We have Mr. Gene Black with Floor Coverings International of Kennesaw. So we appreciate you coming by. You having a good day so far?
Absolutely, man. Thank you for having me here. I appreciate that.
Hey, listen, we appreciate you coming on. As our story goes, at Burn the Ship MP Group, we used to do a lot of face-to-face networking. We decided to do some cold calling, but as you can see, my knuckles are kind of rough because when we first got going, I knocked on a ton of doors, but we found that networking worked out better. We can build better relationships that way. And when COVID happened, there was no way for us to do face-to-face anymore. So what we did is we said, how can we continue to bring value to our clients, our referral partners? And we started doing the Zoom. So we got on Zoom pretty early in April of 2020, and we kind of built a community where we allowed, our clients, referral partners to still be able to communicate with each other. And from there, it moved into the podcast. So, of course, we're out helping people with our business solution. Then all of a sudden, now we're podcasting and helping. So we appreciate you coming on. Today, we want to hear about you.
Sure.
Because what you do with helping people with their flooring, the hardwood floors, the carpet, and all those types of floorings is great solution for that customer or that business. But we want to get down to why. Why should they come and, ask Gene to come and do my quote, and let Floor Coverings International help me with my flooring needs. So we'll just ask a few questions, learn about yourself, figure out your why, and, just share the message with the people. So I see you originally from California.
Yeah, from Berkeley, California.
Awesome.
Born and I would say born and raised, but not quite.
Okay. A few points in between there.
Yeah. From California to Tennessee to Michigan.
Okay.
All over. So yeah.
Nice. And then you came down here to Georgia to go to college. Where'd you go?
I did. Came down in what year is that? 89 to go to Morehouse College. Graduated from Morehouse College. I'm very proud about that.
Awesome. Hey, listen, I love Morehouse. I played baseball at Savannah State, and we came up here all the time in that AAU center, and that's the end of that discussion. But, it was great because we played Clark, we played Morehouse, and always tournaments up here. So I've heard a lot about the brothers of Morehouse. So that's a strong thing to be a part of.
Absolutely.
What did you go to school for? What did you study?
I studied English. I thought I was going to be an attorney.
Okay.
So that was my plan. And then realized that maybe I wasn't quite smart enough for that.
Okay. It just wasn't the road we were going to go. That's what I'm going to say. That.
Exactly.
Okay. So English. So you finished in English?
I did.
Okay.
I got a degree in English, and then I started working, funny enough, started working in corporate America.
Okay.
Doing some marketing, sales, that kind of stuff. And from there, I jumped into the automotive industry. And the rest is history. I was in there for about 22 years.
All right. Well, let's dive into that, because if you stayed in that particular position for 20 years, there were some things that you liked about it. There's a bunch of things that you learned that could have carried on to what you're doing now. So when you were in that automotive industry, which company did you work with?
Started with General Motors in Detroit.
Okay.
And was with them for about 4 years, and then jumped over to Nissan North America. I was with them for about 9 years or so, and then I worked for Kia Motors for just about 8 years or so. And so between those three auto manufacturers, my wife and I lived across this entire country.
Okay. So how many states would you say that you lived in?
I have lived in 10 states and 1 U.S. territory, 3 states multiple times.
Okay.
So I lived in California multiple times, lived in Michigan multiple times, and Georgia multiple times.
Okay. So your experience with seeing different things across the country, because, if you go to different parts of the country, people are different, depending on where you go. So that's good to know that, you are able to work with different type of people, from all over the country. Now, share with us some of those services that you did while you were there. You said marketing, and what were you doing? Putting together ad campaigns, or what was it?
Well, I started as a rep in the field. So, working for parts, and what we would do was just go to we had a district, had an area, had X amount of dealers to go call on and push the various automotive programs that the corporate wanted us to push, and those kinds of things. And I Went from there to working in the regional offices in management, and then for all three of those auto manufacturers to the corporate offices wherever they were at the time. California with Kia, and also with Nissan, and also in Detroit with General Motors.
Right.
And so I did everything from being a field rep to regional management to national management. So primarily in marketing and sales is where I ended my career with digital sales, to be specific.
Okay.
Digital sales and marketing with
All right.
Kia Motors.
So my thing is, knowing that you work for all these different companies, what is the best car you've gotten from these companies? What is that?
I would say, so here's what's ironic. So working in the automotive industry, I'm rarely excited about any car.
Okay.
So because it's not exciting to me.
Okay.
So when I do see a car that is very exciting to me, then I go get it.
Okay.
And so I say I've had two cars that I felt like that about, and one of them was the G35 with Infiniti when they first came out with that.
Okay,
so
nice one.
G35 Coupe.
Okay.
And then later with General Motors, I ended up buying a Corvette. I bought a C6 Corvette when that first came out, and that probably was the best car I've ever had, pound for pound.
Nice.
No question. Nice.
You still have that car, or you had to give it up?
I had to give it up. My wife, after kid number 3, she was like, "Okay, that's fun time is over now."
Right. I get it. She said, "Look, you got too many responsibilities over here. You can't be driving that car."
Right. You can't fit the whole family in the Corvette. So.
I understand. Because looking at my car now, I want to get a Lamborghini.
Okay.
That's what I want to get.
Nice.
See, I didn't know which way your story was going to go. I didn't know what kind of discounts you were getting on them cars, so I didn't know if you had the hookup on it or not. But,
I wish.
But yeah, that's what I'm shooting for. I'll have just normal cars, until that time, and then when I pull up, though, I will be pulling.
Come pick me up, please.
I will. We'll go somewhere. So you had an extensive career in the automotive industry, and then as that got ready to come to an end, was it where you just said, "Hey, look, I am ready to do something different," or was it an industry thing? Tell us, how did that transition begin?
It was it was by force.
Okay.
I think if I wasn't forced, I probably would still be in the automotive industry in some kind of way, shape, or form. But it's just one of those things where I ended up getting furloughed, and I never had been furloughed or laid off or any of that before in my entire life. And so when you're faced with that type of adversity, I'm married and have 3 kids and the sole breadwinner, I suggest you figure it out.
Quickly.
So I was I was looking for a career recruiter, and I stumbled upon, so I'm, frantically just kind of dropping resumes, making connections, networking, as we're talking about. And I stumbled upon a person I submitted a resume to, and he contacted me back. I thought he was a regular career recruiter, traditional, and he was not.
Okay.
He says, "Hey, I'm a franchise recruiter." And I'm like, "I don't know what that is. Never heard of that. Not interested in having a fast food restaurant. Thanks, but no thanks." And he says, no, wait. So he says, there's I think over 750 different types of franchises in America.
Nice.
And so he talked to me for a couple of hours, said, "Hey, it doesn't cost you anything to talk." I said, "No, sure doesn't." So we talked for a couple of hours. He basically created a profile based from our conversation. He says, "I'm going to get back to you in a couple of days. I'm going to give you 5 or 6 different franchise businesses that you might want to consider based on your aptitude to risk, your, the way that you think, your process oriented. So I'm going to send you franchises that match up with who you are."
Okay.
And so from there, and then he gave me a 12-step process to follow through with each of these franchise businesses. As I was laid off, I'm like, okay, well, I have nothing else to do, so I might as well do that. And that turned into my job for about 8 weeks.
So studying to see which program or which franchise you want to go after.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. Okay. So it was very much so in depth. I mean, lots of phone calls, lots of interviews with the franchisor, with people that own the franchise businesses as well. Lots of studying, asking for, what are their what are their systems like, their support systems, their training, their financial royalties, all of those things. So lots of in-depth research.
Okay.
And and the rest is history. And then we ended up with Floor Coverings International.
So I know Floor Covering International is the one that you chose. Which one was number 2?
I'm embarrassed to even say.
Oh, come on now. See, I definitely need to know now.
So initially, I was going to go.
Oh, man.
I was going to go with this company called Mosquito Hunters.
Okay.
So if you're familiar with how people come out and spray your lawn, right? So True Greens or lawn doctors or whatever, they spray the grass to make it green. They do about six to 8 applications throughout the year to keep your grass green.
Okay.
Mosquito Hunters functions the same kind of way.
Mm-hmm.
So they come out and they spray for mosquitoes. They do about 8 applications for your yard in a year's time. So during the summertime, like we're coming up on right now, if you wanted to sit out back, you wouldn't have to worry about getting chewed up by mosquitoes.
Okay, because they just something in the ground. They don't let them grow and turn over all your water things. Okay.
And so they,
right.
So, and the applications that they give, they last. I mean, because mosquitoes only live for so long. Mm-hmm. They only fly but so far. And so where they're covering the perimeter of your property, it stops them from coming in. So
I always wondered how that worked because I said mosquitoes, they fly. You know, how do you stop them? Because I see those, businesses, those industries. I said, how are you going to stop a mosquito that can fly from the next yard?
So I learned more than I care to even share about mosquitoes. Yeah. They only fly 75 feet total in their lifetime.
Okay.
So when they're spraying you, they're spraying your yard or whatever, they got it pretty much covered.
Okay. Well, I just wanted to check and see because if you had 8 to 12 weeks to think about it, it had to be a 1 and 2. But, you decided to go into Floor Coverings International. And how has that been? How long have you been doing that?
We've been doing it now for just over 6 months.
Okay.
And it's been by far the best career decision I've ever made.
Awesome.
And it's just been amazing. I mean, business is amazing.
Awesome. See, that's good to hear because I always say congratulations to business owners because with all of us, we have tons of ideas that swirl through our mind all the time. Some are great. Most of mine are not. But, it's one of those things where it takes a lot of gumption to step off of the curb into that street because you don't know what's going to happen out there. So big congratulations to you, first of all, say I'm going to go out on my own because, you are, betting on yourself all day, every day.
Yeah.
And a lot of people, just don't do that. Good thing about with what I do, I come across business owners all the time and I'm always saying congratulations on that because there's so many others that haven't. So with that, it's international, but it's of Kennesaw. Tell us a little bit about your target area. Where are you trying to help people?
So our area that we cover is obviously Kennesaw, and then we cover West Marietta, Ackworth, Woodstock, and also up to Canton.
Okay.
And everything in between. So we, a big target for us right now, obviously, I'm sure you've heard about the real estate market right now.
It is doing well.
It's doing extremely well. And so we tend to do a lot of business with realtors, with customers who are either selling their home or people who are who just purchased a new home and they're coming into the home and they want to change some things. But, I'll tell you, since COVID happened, looking at the business in terms of year over year and quarter over quarter, it's just been phenomenal. Because people have been kind of sitting at home and looking around saying, I really don't like this carpet. I really don't like this floor anymore. And, so it's been really, really good for us.
Okay. Well, now tell me, answer these 2 questions. Now, when you look at, opportunities or targets for yourself, who would you say is your ideal client that you're going to get most of the time? What does that look like? And then what does that extra I might go on vacation client look like? Tell me the difference between the 2.
Yeah. So the ideal client, the one, generally, people clearly don't buy floors every day. Right. So what I'm seeing now are people who are really looking to just, reinvent their home. And that's what flooring allows you to do without, going out to buy a brand new house. Any person's home I come into where, they've had the same carpet, for example, for the past 15 years. And they're like, oh, I hate this carpet. And we come in and put a hard surface floor down like a luxury vinyl plank or an engineered hardwood. it completely transforms their space.
Okay.
And that is the highlight of my job, actually, is just seeing people's faces when we transform their entire home. And it looks like someplace that they had never even been before. They just bought the brand new house.
Right.
And those customers usually are the ones who either have been in their home for a long time, or the people who are coming into a new home to say, hey, I want to make this my space.
Okay.
And those are
okay. Well, now you guys, as you're listening to what Gene is looking for, if you know someone that's been in that home for a while and they just want a new redo, or if someone is going into a new space and they want to make it their own, that's a good referral for Gene. Now, tell us a little bit more about that higher end type of client. What does that look like for you?
I'll tell you, we've had the privilege of being in some very high end type homes. And I mean, that's a completely different world because, I was in a gentleman's house last week or so, and he had this, his words, he had this secret room, in his house.
I like where this is going.
With the bookshelf, and you like pull out a book and then the door opens up.
Okay.
And I mean, like, this is what happened when I went to his house, and
got clue.
Went to this whole little place, and he was redoing this entire space behind the hidden bookshelf.
Okay.
And so he has this golf simulator that's brand new, that he just had it custom built. He says, yeah, the same folks that built Tiger Woods golf simulator, they're the same ones that are putting this one in here. So it was amazing to me.
Okay.
And so it's interesting to me for those types of clients. I'll get those kinds of people too, right? And they want the best of the best that we have to offer, which is awesome because we offer a very high quality product. And so seeing that and then making it come to life for them and transforming that entire space, he gave me ideas that I hadn't even thought about.
Nice.
And which was awesome, So we put this stacked tile against the walls, this really thick luxury vinyl plank around the golf simulator, and really transformed the entire space. So it was a space that he wanted to have just for entertainment. So he entertains a lot. So with him and his friends, and they turned it into just a completely just beautiful, plush space for them to just kind of hang out. Okay. Behind the bookshelf.
Awesome. Awesome. So you can help if someone has rental properties and they just need to get, a nice carpet down or a nice hardwood or vinyl, you can help with that. But then also you can go all the way up to as custom as you would like. So you really can help the whole span is what you're sharing with me.
That's what's interesting to me. It's like I'll go into a home that, let's say, for example, is $150,000, right, and it's strictly, hey, we want the cheapest carpet. This is a rental property. We just need to flip this quickly. We're not spending a lot of money. We can do that. We do that all the way up to, I walk into homes that are, $2.5 million, and it's a whole different experience, and everything in between.
Nice.
The bottom line for me is, what I love is, I simply want to hear what your vision is. And then we make that vision come true. Okay. So that's the highlight of my job, is because it doesn't matter where you are in a socioeconomic scale. Everybody wants a certain thing, and they want a certain look. Right. And we are the ones that help provide that.
Awesome. Awesome. To everyone listening, I try my best to try to figure out why should you go, with whomever it is that I'm talking with that day. And for Gene, it seems as if he is going to take the time to figure out where you want to go, not what his ideas and his particular style. Now, of course, he has his expertise. I'm sure he's going to share that with you, but it's important for you guys to know he's going to try to figure out what you want first and then tailor that program around that. So focusing on that client is one of the things that separates you.
You couldn't have said it better, because that's actually why Floor Covers International is ranked #1 in the flooring space. Okay. Because we offer that #1 custom solution. It doesn't matter who you are. We offer that custom solution that meets your needs, your budgetary needs, your visual needs that you want, all of the type of flooring that you want. We offer so many different things for you. And then what I like too is that we, especially in the time of COVID, we want to come to you. Okay. Right. So that's one of the things that we like to pride ourselves on too. So you can go to the big box store, pick out samples and those kinds of things, but you got to kind of keep in mind, you go to that big box store. I'm not knocking them at all, but they have 30-foot ceilings. There's no natural light in that place. And when you get that swatch back home, now you're trying to match it up to your couch, your curtains, and everything else. Yeah. Whereas we come to your home, and with my mobile showroom, we have over 3,500 samples in that mobile showroom.
Okay.
So we can, talk through what your vision is and narrow that thing down to exactly what you want, match it up right in your home, right while you're sitting on your couch.
Awesome. I was going to ask as far as how that process go, but it seems as if you have a conversation with them, start to get an idea, then you begin to formulate some ideas. You actually bring your truck there that has the samples right there, and then you go through the whole gambit, it seems like, and then you provide the service. Now, as far as with someone that doesn't know how long the process takes, what would you say from initial consultation to the new implementation of the floors? How long is that space for you guys?
I'm pretty proud, and I'm not bragging about this, but I'm pretty proud of what we do. So we are, to answer your question, about 10 days.
Okay.
So, we work with several different installation crews, so you don't have to go find anybody to install. We're going to handle everything from start to finish.
Right.
And so we're a ship direct company, which means basically you ask me, Roger, you say, okay, look, I like this particular floor, Gene.
Right.
I'm going to go back and order directly from the factory. It's going to take them about 3 days to ship me your flooring to my warehouse. And then we're going to install like the next day, next day or two.
Okay.
So from start to finish, I would say hedging my bets is 10 days.
Right.
But normally it's about 7.
Okay. Well, that's awesome. That's a good turnaround time for you to get things implemented. And you share with us the process. You share with us who's a good target client for yourself. And you touched on it briefly by working with real estate agents as being a good referral partner. Us here at Burn the Ship MP Group, great referral partners for us are businesses who talk to other business owners like CPAs or website developers. Who else outside of real estate agents would you say is a good referral partner for yourself?
I think they come from all around.
Okay.
We actually do a ton of word of mouth. We do a ton of digital marketing, just to basically kind of get that word out to folks to let us know. But as far as, it's interesting to me because even with the digital marketing and everything else, and referrals is what you're asking me about.
Right.
I get more people from we do a particular job. Like I'll give you an example. I was in Canton Wednesday this week, and we were installing carpet at a lady's home. And I come out to my mobile showroom. The guy across the street waves me down. Hey, can you come talk to me when you get done? Absolutely. We ended up landing his job. If I'm in a neighborhood, I was at another neighborhood in Woodstock yesterday to see a customer, and our phone number is on the side of the mobile showroom.
Right.
My office manager calls me on my cell phone while I'm in the customer's house and says, "Hey, you're on such and such and such street. The lady next door saw your van parked outside and called and said she wants you to come see her too."
Okay.
So, it's pretty much all over there.
Yeah. You're getting it from all places, which is awesome, because, the people that are listening today, I want them to understand, yes, you want to get that target client, you want to get that high-end custom job, but you also want to have referral partners as well. I remember we were talking earlier in a fire and water restoration company.
Absolutely.
Well, that you had a relationship with. It seems to be good. So if you guys are helping with getting that water up or fixing their home from a fire, Gene would be a great referral partner to work with, so you guys can do a complete circle and say, hey, look, I'm going to fix your home from this catastrophe and get Gene in here to make it even better. So those type of people.
Absolutely. And you're right. And fire and restoration is a big deal. So we definitely will have a good relationship with a company now doing just that.
Okay.
Also insurance adjusters, insurance agents too. We work a lot with them, as well as realtors, as you have mentioned as well. So,
nice. Yeah. Well, that's a good deal. Well, the main points I like everyone to know is, why they should choose you. Again, you've been all around this country. You have dealt with all types of people. So your personality works well with others. You offer a magnificent product from, the easiest piece all the way up to the most complex, and who's a good referral partner for you. Share with us, what does the future look like for you? Are you going to just focus on concentrating on your circle, or are you going to expand it? What does that look like for you?
Yeah, we definitely are looking to expand that. One of the ways that we are doing that right now is we have our area that I mentioned before between Kennesaw all the way up to Canton and everything in between. We're also starting some talks with some of the light commercial and also heavier commercial type spaces as well.
Okay.
So we've done some of that already, light commercial, beauty salons, barbershops, those kinds of things. That's what they consider light commercial.
Okay.
But we definitely are looking to expand. I actually talked to some folks about some larger pieces downtown that for commercial, from a commercial side, that we're looking to go to as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
So all of you commercial real estate agents that are listening today, this is another great resource for you to have when you are helping someone get that lease or helping someone purchase, where they can make that new piece of property their own by having their own floors put in there. Bringing value is what we do here at Burn the Ship and the MP Group. Are there any other ways you can think of that we can help you?
Well, well, first of all, I certainly appreciate you just having me here in the first place.
Okay.
And, I love to work with people like yourself, like the MP Group and other people like yourselves, because, when you have that good synergy of, people are taking care of business, being very professional. And this is what we like to emulate from Floor Coverings International.
Okay.
And I meant to say, we're actually part of a larger group of brands called First Service Brands.
Okay.
And so there's about 10 to 12 other companies under that umbrella, First Service Brands. And it's really in the name, First Service Brands. Okay. And it's a part of our culture. Okay. And what I like to do is make sure that, and I encourage you to look us up, because we are 4.7 out of 5 stars across all review sites.
Nice.
Shameless plug.
Hey, that's okay. That's why we're here today.
But that is evidence to, our commitment to First Service Brands. So it's simply all about providing that top-notch quality customer service, quality customer experience. The home improvement industry overall has a pretty bad reputation for good reasons. Okay. People do a lot of bad things in the home improvement industry, and we are the counter opposite to that. We want to make sure we have a complete experience that you can be proud of and be happy with when you're working with us.
Awesome. Well, of course, we'll do all that we can to continue to promote you, help you to grow your business. We appreciate you, allowing us to help you with our business service as well. And this whole thing is focused on you and, how we can help your business. Mm-hmm. And what we always like to do is give you the last word. It can be about your business. It can be about your philosophy, whatever it is. Mm-hmm. We want you to have that last word. So can you please share with us, what is that?
Sure. And I think I'll take it more from the business and maybe from a personal standpoint, because to me, the last word for today is this. I didn't know what was going to happen when I was furloughed from my job, and I was very concerned. But I would say for anybody who's and with COVID being what it is, and all the things we've had to struggle with over the past year and a half or so, I would say, just believe in yourself. Believe that this is anything that you can think of is possible. And don't let anything deter you or stop you from getting to where it is that you want to go, because this is possible. And I'm living proof of that. I didn't know what was going to happen. And I had, mouths to feed in my house and a mortgage to pay. Okay. And just simply by believing, being committed and being dedicated and believing that I know that it's going to be okay, we just have to keep moving forward, you can get to where you want to go. I promise you, you can get to where you want to go and be successful in your own right. Awesome. And that's what I would love to everybody to know.
That's an awesome message. Now, Gene Black with Floor Coverings International of Kennesaw, how can these people get in contact with you?
You can look us up online. It's just kennesaw.floorcoveringsinternational.com. Same way on Facebook. Same tag there. You can from our website, even if you want to see what we're all about, see some of the work we've done, hear some of the comments that our past customers have given us. If you want to book an appointment, you can book it right from our website, and that's kennesaw.floorcoveringsinternational.com.
Okay, awesome. Well, everyone, we have Mr. Gene Black. Please reach out to him. We definitely appreciate your time today, and thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you. I really appreciate it.
Awesome. Thank you, Gene.
All right.